Welcome. We're doing another one of these. Last one was just displaying Cuphead and the game in general, but now we're just going to do a bunch of character reviews. So I'm going to show you how Shovel Knight works in Indie Cross specifically. So I have the battle dock ready. Let me just remove their boosts and bring them back to max 125. Let me just set up a bit more. There we go, got it. Okay, let me get the dice out. Okay, yeah, more setting up. Yay! Got it. Okay, I believe we may begin now. Okay, a lot of new stuff has been added. Okay, so we have the cards ready. Let me just draw. Shovel Knight has the base amount of actions being 10. They are able to use 5 on their turn. Some new rules have been added. Every round that passes, every time everybody runs out of actions, they can draw 1 card. This is to keep the battle going. It used to be like simulating getting tired. However, this still simulates that because you're kind of fighting out of desperation. You're barely getting attacks out. My friend found a busted way to play the game. It's with the Phantom Locket. So basically, you fight for the first 4 actions of your turn, and then for that last action, you use your mana to activate the Phantom Locket. This would allow them to be invincible until their next turn. Obviously, Shovel Knight doesn't play like that in reality with their personality. They use variety. However, if they were like constantly using it, they just become invincible. Title screen. So it does cost 8 mana though. So you can only use it like 12 times, I believe, before you have to start charging mana. And honestly, that's probably more than enough to win. But I don't want to do that because that's boring. So I'm using Chaos Sphere. A sphere that bounces off walls, it deals 4 damage but can hit 1d4 times. This roll number is increased if structures are in the tiles next to you. +1 to roll for each structure. So basically, if I have 3 tiles to my left, right, and back, the Chaos Sphere has the possibility to bounce off them, which would translate to adding bonuses to how much it can hit the enemy. This bypasses defense since it is chip damage, small damage, that would do nothing otherwise. So it can hit to a max of 7 times if next to 3, and 4 is 28. So, yeah, that would be... So, yeah, up to 28 damage is the max if you're somehow surrounded by 4 different structures. Yeah. Okay, now we start. Roll for initiative, 1d20 plus speed, that is 12 plus 5. Also, if you roll above 20, every number that you get above 20 adds +1 to your first roll if you were the first in initiative. So if the drone goes before me and they get above 20, they get plus equal to how much. So like if they have 24 and they were the first in turn order, they got +4 to their first attack or general roll. Okay, so that was Shovel Knight. 17. Now the drone. They get a +7. I go first. Neither of us get a bonus. God, I forgot to draw these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, so 10 attack cards. There's also a new function. If you give away 2 cards, you can gain an extra action. So I now have 11. That doesn't cost an action, though. I'm only going to do it once, so I could just have the extra action. Also, after studying a bit, I realized that Shovel Knight has a thing called Drop Spark. So basically, basic attacks with their shovel deal double damage. So they deal 16 damage until they take damage. Also, this is just a visual. They don't actually have that much HP. They have a total of 80 HP. It used to be 20 hit points and 4 per hit point. If you hit a bit higher than that, but not another 4, you dealt only 1 hit point. So like, if you dealt 8, you get 2. If you dealt 7, you only get 1. So that made them pretty powerful, especially with their defense. Like, Jesus. I definitely need to lower their defense, which I'll do soon. But I forgot to before I started recording. And I don't want to restart, because it's been 6 minutes and 10 seconds. So now that I have my attack cards, I will just, right now, perform a basic attack. So that is 16 damage already, and lopsided. Okay, that is a 17 plus 2 bonus damage. That is 18. If you're wondering, the other roll was 7, which is just a basic attack. Okay, so that's plus 2 bonus damage. That is 18 minus 4, which becomes 14. It's minus 4 because of the defense. Okay. They're at 111 HP. What do I want to do for my other 4 actions? I guess I will use the Chaos Sphere. Okay, 94 mana. Okay. Hits 1d4 times. We are not considering ourselves on a map, so I will not get any structure bonus. And it hits 3 times. So that is 4 damage, and it bypasses defense, so it deals 12 damage. Okay. I believe in total that is 2 actions used for me for my basic attack and using this. Okay. It is consecutive hits, and they attempt to dodge. 12 successful reaction. Failed to dodge. So, and since it is consecutive attack, that is -1 for the extra attack after, and -2 since they failed to dodge. This is only a subtraction to their reaction roll, however. -3. That is 6. They barely succeed. And they succeed again. Okay. And then this one, that is -2, -1. That is another -1. So that is -4 in total. Which they fail. They are hit by 2 attacks, both being 4 damage and bypassing defense. So just a solid 8 damage. They are at 103 HP. Let's see. I want to save my actions, so I'll only do one more basic attack. Nat 20. Okay. So 16 doubled. That is 32. 32 minus 4. They definitely attempt to dodge. Oh wait. Also, I forgot to do this. So 10. They tried to dodge 3 times. So that is 7. Not 17. They attempt to dodge this one. Successful reaction. Failed dodge. Okay. 6. They take a total of 28 damage. So that, with that, that's 25. So they are at 75 HP. I pass my turn on to the drone. Okay. When beginning with the drone, they first see what form they're in. If in their first form, it is likely that they will attempt to change to their second form, since it is much more powerful. Wait, no, why did I roll? Why did I roll? No, they just use an action to change into it. Okay, and with that, they use their ability, Shape, which allows them to change the weapon on their arm. 4, 1. One of their arms doesn't change, it just stays the same. However, 4 is a blaster. It unleashes a 12 damage attack. Also, I'm going to remove... uses in action because it makes it more interesting. And after use, it rolls 1d4 again. So it's 12 damage attack. Actually, no. 16. So yeah, that's plus 2 bonus damage. That is 14 damage in total. Minus 7 because of Shovel Knight's insane defense. That is... yeah, that's... okay. I believe I will attempt to dodge. Actually, wait, so that's only 7 damage. No, I won't dodge. 7 damage, 73 HP. They do a basic... oh, wait, no. Because it was a blaster, they have to reroll. And to get a 2, that is a plus 4 damage bonus. And they do a basic attack, that is plus 2, so that is 12 plus 2, that's 14, that's 7 again. 7 again, and I don't dodge again. So I'm at 66. One of my favorite numbers. Okay. That was another action used. They end their turn, and it goes back to me. I think I just do... wait, let me look through my ability scroll. Wait. I got a nat 20. Burial was allowed. I would have used Burial. Okay, I didn't. The target may immediately use 2 actions to get out of the ground. Okay, so yeah, crits send targets into the ground. I forgot that. I think I'm just gonna... yeah, I'm gonna use an action to change what relic I'm using. Let me get it. I choose... oh, yeah, sorry. I choose Flare Wand. Shoots fireballs that deal 1 damage. However, they can be shot 1d4 times. Bypasses defense. It costs 4 mana to use. So, when I use this will go to 90. Okay, I put it at 90. Let's see. 1. It only hits 1 time, so it deals only 1 damage. They definitely don't attempt to dodge, so it goes to 74. I decide to use it again. 2. I hit 2 times. They don't dodge again for minimal damage. Yeah, I use it again. 4. Okay, so that's 4 times. That is just 4 damage. They do attempt to dodge this time. Succeed. 3. Okay. And I'll do it one more time, and then I'm going to perform a basic attack. Okay. That's 3. They're at 69 HP. Yeah, now it's time for a basic attack. Also, wait, I forgot that that uses actions. So I went from 7. I did account for using the fireball once. Okay, so that's 3 more times. That brings me to 4. And I use a... wait, was it? Okay, so I used 5, so that's 6. I used 5 on my... no, 3. I used 3 on my first turn. 8, so that's 7. Now I'm brought to 3 actions because of this attack. So it's 9. That is a basic attack. Okay, no. I've been keeping track. 9 is a basic attack. it cannot deal a max of 16 damage anymore since I am not at max HP. So it just deals 8 damage. 8 doesn't pass through defense, and they take the hit up to 65. Yeah, they yeah, it's now their turn. They attempt to. Oh wait, yeah, also forgot to put these. So the first time I did a basic attack, then another basic attack along with Chaos Sphere. I should have, so that was 2 and that was 3. So I should have 7 attack cards. Okay, I have 6 actually. I must have used another along the way. I forgot. I think I remember doing a double attack. Wait, if I did that, then that means... If I did that, that means I'm at 2 actions. I'm at 2, okay. Yeah, that's not good. They use their ability to change the shape of their arms again. They're aiming for 2 saws, which will allow them to have a +8 damage boost, so their base damage is 16, which means I will always take 9 damage from their attacks. 1, 4. Only, okay, 1 and 4. They actually lose their current damage boost. And, yeah, they use their blaster attack. 18. Yeah, 18, that is +4 bonus damage. So it's just back to normal. It's 12 minus 7, that's 5. I just take the hit. I'm at 61. They re-roll from the 4 and use another blaster, which misses. And they re-roll and get another 4, which get a 5 and misses. And then they get their damage boost back. Okay, with that, they end their turn by performing a basic attack, which misses. Okay. I can... Actually, I skip my turn. And they attempt to attack with me standing still. They do a basic. Actually, no, I'll take it. So that's 12. So yeah, that's just 5. So that's 56. And with them being out of actions, I will... I use an action to change my relic, and I equip the throwing anchor. Deal 7 damage and pierces defense, can hit up to 3 times, a 50% chance each time. The percentage increased by 10% for each structure you are next to. Since we are not including map, we do not have structures, so it's just 50% chance each time. Okay, so I can deal a max of 21 damage, and it all pierces defense. So if I get this, it could be good. So we'll do our 50% with this. Doesn't. Are you kidding me? Okay. With all the actions used, it is on to the next round, where we regain our actions. And I get to draw a new card. I draw an attack card. I could have given away, like, attack cards to continue the round, but I didn't. Because I'm an idiot. Okay, it is now the drone's turn. The drone attempts to get their damage boost. 3. They get a massive speed boost, though. They are at 13 speed. They are literally unable to fail reaction and dodge rolls. Okay. Yeah, so they do a basic attack. So that's 10. I attempt to dodge. 8. 5. that is a fail. I get hit and use an action in the process. That was only 8 damage though, so I guess it's fine. Wait, it's 1 damage technically. Okay, because of my defense. I really need to fix the defense. Okay, so I'm at 55 HP. Yeah, I need to change this like 4 or 5. Yeah. They do one more basic attack. 14. I don't dodge again because it is 1 damage. They really need to get their damage boost back. Doing that, so that was 2, so that's 7. Actually, yeah. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, they attempt to get a damage boost. 1. They lose. They lose their speed boost as well. Okay. It's my turn again. I use throwing anchor again. Okay, got it. 1d4. Twice. No, oh wait, yeah, no, it's for this. So 2, that didn't hit, 4 did, and 3 did. Okay, so 2 hit, that is 14 damage. Pierces defense. They attempt to dodge once. 7, 3, they fail. This is -3 to this roll. Fail. Okay. They used 2 actions to dodge, and they take a total of 14 damage. So that is 51. Okay. 51 HP. God, I wish I could get a camera that could like stay in one place. This does not help like at all. It always like it always shakes when I do the slightest of movements, and it just hangs and never gets into the position I want it, because it needs to be high enough to see it all, but also not, you know, get in the way. Okay, with that, I hit them twice, and you know what? I feel lucky, so I'm just gonna use it again. 2, 3, 4. Okay, I hit twice again. They attempt to dodge. 10, 7, 8, 2. Okay, so they don't dodge one of them. So that's a 40. What, like, so they were at 51 and dealt 7 damage, so that's 6 damage, so that's 44. Yeah. I do a basic attack. 11. And I end my turn after dealing the damage. They don't dodge because they don't want to waste the rest of their actions. 44, okay. So I deal 4 damage only. Okay. 0. Yeah, turn ends. They attempt to get their damage boost once again. 2, 1. One of their boosts is nothing, the other gives them a damage boost. Okay. They try to attack. 8. Wait, why did I roll twice? Okay, yeah, just 8. 2. I attempt to dodge. Yeah, I failed to dodge also, since I attacked, like, I used throwing anchor twice, and then I attacked once, so that's 3. And then I just attempted to dodge, which I failed in doing. So I'm at 5 actions. My HP, I just took an attack of 12 minus 7. Okay, so it's 5 damage. Wait, no. I was thinking of the other HP. So that was, yeah, 49. I do another basic attack. 6. That is 1 to 5 is missed, so that is very lucky. Yeah, they hit me, which is basic attack. I attempt to dodge. 12, 3. I fail, and I take the damage, which is 5, so I'm at 44. 44, I mean. That was another one of their actions used. I attempt to do a basic attack. 6. So that's 8, so that's 4. They take it. 36. I attack. Oh, wait, yeah, sorry. 1, 2. Okay, another 15. So that's a basic attack again. 4. They keep tanking it because it's not much. That was 2, 3. And I'll use my mana to... I'll use my last 3 actions to perform Throwing Anchor. I'm now at 42 mana. Let's begin seeing if these hit. 4, 2, 4. Okay, so 2 hit. That is... Okay, yeah, that's 14. They do attempt to dodge. 4, they immediately fail, and they use their last action. Okay, 14, that's 10. 2. 2, 2, 1. Ooh, how lucky. Okay, last one. 3, 3. Not very lucky. All of those hit, dealing 21 damage, leaving them at specifically 1 HP. The new round starts. No, not 20. Oh, sorry, I'm not looking at the keyboard while I'm doing this. Okay, 10. Yeah, that was something. It is now their turn. They attempt to rattle me. They attack like a bunch. Okay, 14. 13. 4. 6. 6. Okay, so the 4 basic attacks hit me. I attempt to dodge. So 12. 9, dodge. 8. 5. Unsuccessful. Okay, so that was minus 1, and now it's another -2, which, and since it's another consecutive attack, that's another -1, so that is -4 to this one. Okay, that is definitely a fail, so that is -6, -7. Wait, I literally can't succeed this one. I am hit by 3 attacks. Hit by 3 whole attacks. Okay, and that was 5 of their actions used. Okay, so the last 2, I literally had no chance of dodging. So I only used 3 actions, but I did take a lot of damage. So all of those were basic attacks, and all of them had 12 damage. So 12 minus 7, so that's 5 times 5. No, 5 times, what was it? I dodged like 1. 5 times 4, so that's 20. I got 20 damage. I'm at 24 HP. That is not good. Okay, with that, they end their turn at 5 actions. I will dodge. No, attack. What am I? Okay. I want to absolutely destroy them. So I'm gonna... Yeah, I'm going to finish this off by using Throwing Anchor. 4, 3, 1. Okay. They attempt to dodge all of those anchors. 9 immediately fail. They die. Okay, that is the end of this. I'm sorry for the poor video, because I'm not able to do like this. Like, it's not very good at videoing. Recording, I mean. So yeah, that's it. that Shovel Knight. Let me know if you want to see any more characters. There's Frisk, V1, Hungry Lamu, Bonnie's Bakery, Frisk, Madeline and Badeline are both one character. Drifter, Beheaded, who else? Untitled Goose Game, Octodad. I already showed you Cuphead, so no, not them. Hugh from Hugh, if you know Hugh. Who else was there? Nico. And I believe that is it. Oh wait, yeah, Springtrap. There's also Springtrap in here. Yeah. Thank you for watching, and bye.